If you sell information online, you probably get lots of broke people entering your funnel who are not qualified to work with you. This is exactly how you weed those people and only attract the most qualified buyers into your funnel. I've used these principles to scale my clients to hundreds of thousands of dollars, as you can see here. And this is how you take your leads from bro, I'll be your best student, I'll pay you after I get results, to people saying that why is the program only $5,000? So the very first thing that matters when you're trying to attract a good quality buyer, someone who's actually going to be able to pay you, but also is going to be a good student you can get results for and leverage them, is going to be your messaging. So if you're someone who is just targeting people who want to make their first 10K a month, like this guy does, and also like Mr. Mamba FX, talking about learn how to day trade fast, make money quick, or whatever, that is going to attract someone who probably has not made their first 10K a month if you're targeting someone who wants to hit that, which means they probably are broke. So using terms like make your first 10K a month will attract people who are yet to make their first 10K a month and are probably broke. Subsequently, using cues that would attract a broke audience like escape the 9 to 5, quit school will attract people who are still in school, which are going to be people who are 16-year-old and have absolutely no money to invest. Instead, you should talk about problems someone past that problem would face. Example, how I explicitly mentioned in my landing page that we only work with coaches making a minimum of 10 to 20K a month, as you can see here, which is because I don't want to work with someone who makes less than that because they probably won't be able to afford my service, or even if they are able to somehow pay the setup fees, they are going to be extremely paranoid about it and would want to get a return as fast as possible, which will eventually lead to not getting results and having way too much pressure, which is what you want with your students as well. You want someone who can actually take the risk and have deep pockets to be able to get a good result. Second thing is going to be using lifestyle the right way. Now, it's not about not using a lifestyle, but it is about subtly including it into your content, because if you're recording VSLs with cars in the background, recording reels, YouTube videos with flashy cars, Lamborghinis, rentals and shit in your background, you're going to attract broke leads, which is why you should do something like Suve does. What he does is he incorporates his lifestyle to show freedom. So as you can see here, this is a pretty good picture, and this is how he creates most of his content as well, without having to flex any cars, but certainly showing that he lives a good lifestyle. He's able to travel the world. He's able to have people have these masterminds and stuff, which only someone who's actually making money can do. And this is something his students want to do as well, because he's taking coaches, he's taking on people who want to build their personal brands to eventually either sell information online or scale their agencies. And those people themselves want to have the freedom to actually travel and also host in-person masterminds and stuff like that. Now, certainly showing your lifestyle instead of flexing Lambos in the videos will get you people who care more about freedom instead of retards who just want to make money fast, and using flashy cars will inevitably attract a very broke audience. Next, do not make any stupid income claims. Again, we come back to Mamba because this guy has broken all the FCD guidelines, and I don't know why his account is still up, because in every single thing that he does, there's just lifestyle and learn how to make money fast. Now, I'm not saying this couldn't work. The reason it's working out for him is because he's selling a lot of low ticket stuff and to young people. Now, some people can afford $50 to $60 a month, which is what he's trying to sell, which is why all of his content is revolving so much around getting results fast. But if you want to sell a product for 3K to anywhere between 10K, and even if you want to sell masterminds and shit for 25K, 50K, right? You would want to attract a really, really good buyer, someone who can take the risk, someone who has money to invest, and someone who can actually put in the work and get the results. Now, saying first 10K a month in 30 days, make money fast, you could get away with these claims like that in some cases, but you are going to attract retards who don't want to put in any work, and you're going to keep fighting disputes. I've seen so many times with low ticket discords, especially in the trading niche, people are just filing returns, asking for refunds all the time because the product is shit, and they think that they wouldn't have to put in any work, and it's just like you join a $50 community and now you're suddenly going to become a millionaire, which obviously does not happen. Plus, none of these people will get any results, so you will never be able to leverage them as a case study to build more authority in the space, eventually charge higher prices because you're getting better results, which is going to let you get more sales, which is how you're going to be able to make more money charging higher prices whilst working with a select number of people who actually can get results. We create tons of SOPs for our clients, as you can see here. So if you want to use any of our systems or you want to license whatever we have built out, and you're an operator or an offer owner or you own a marketing agency or you're a growth operator, whatever the fuck you call yourself, if you want access to these resources, obviously it is not free. So you can just book in a call with me, or we can have my team build this out for you. So we can obviously discuss that over a call. Use the link in the description to be able to book that. Fourth point is to make content that is specific to your ICP. So if you take a look at this example, she is creating content that is for people who are doing a 9 to 5 and maybe want to trade full time, which is why she has created this video, because someone who is watching this video, which is titled "When to Quit Your 9 to 5 and Trade Full Time," probably is working a 9 to 5. And if someone is working a 9 to 5 and is thinking about trading full time, this person has money because he's obviously doing a job. So this kind of person could have money invested. Now, if you take a look at one of my clients, we very, very specifically are targeting 9 to 5ers who are making decent money with their jobs but want freedom. So if you take a look at this headline, learn how 9 to 5ers are getting consistent payouts, spending less than 10 hours a week, trading a proven system. Now we have weaved in the results, the benefits, whatever they want in this short headline. So we are targeting 9 to 5ers who want to get consistent payouts. We're not claiming 10K months. We're not saying 20K months, whatever. We're not using any numbers. We are giving them an actual result, because these people, right? Someone who's sophisticated doesn't really care about their first 10K month or shit like that. They just want some consistency and some freedom, which is why we're able to target such a good buyer. And our refund rate on this program has been absolutely zero. If you take a look at my client's bio as well, we have mentioned that we've helped 100 plus 9 to 5ers become profitable traders. Again, this is a clear benefit and also shows that this is an authority and not just random fuckhead. Then we are also talking about learn my proven strategy. And if you see, we are not saying make your first 10K month, how to escape the 9 to 5 or anything like that. We're instead targeting people who already are working a job, make good money, and want to learn trading to actually make money on the side, or eventually quit their 9 to 5, which is again not something that we are just telling or marketing out on the front end. Our close rate on this offer is 80%, solely because we're attracting the right person. And this is something that Jeremy Haynes, who is someone I really respect, does as well. In every single video that he posts, actually he has literally revealed his prices, so I know exactly how much his product costs. One of it is 5K and his inner circle costs 10K a month. He's been very upfront about it, and in every single video, he just explicitly talks about the actual person he wants to work with. So in his inner circle, you should be making a minimum of $100,000 a month. Now that is a pretty big qualifier, and only the people who are making that amount qualify to work with him. And if someone who already knows the pricing of his program and someone already makes more than that, these people book a call. He probably has really a high close rate on that, which is why he is attracting such a good ICP by just marketing for the right person, someone who's making a minimum of 100K a month, wants to scale to 1 million months, and someone who knows he has to put in the work. And he also does not make any income claims in any of his videos. It literally has a disclaimer section. So I would 100% suggest watching some of his videos, and you'll basically know how to market and attract a good quality buyer into your funnel. Next, do some market research. Do not be lazy and do not make assumptions. So we use a 6-stage market research system. So we survey the client, then we come up with a theory behind the market research. We build out an entire document with all the traits of our ICP and the person who are in our market. And we do a bunch of stuff to know exactly the right person that we want to target, and also weed out someone who would not be a good fit, which is why we only create content plus ads for someone who we know for a fact can get results, and for someone who can actually invest and also be qualified to learn from my clients. So we build out a customer document like this with their identity, problems, dreams, obstacles, miscellaneous notes, their stories, who our competition is, why they bought, why they didn't buy. All of this important information we are able to know about this solely because of our market research system. We sometimes even survey the clients. We put out some questions on their stories. We put out type forms to basically collect actual data on our clients' current audience, which is why our marketing has been so beneficial, and we employ that in our sales systems as well. And then finally we build out a system like this where we note down their dreams. We have all information about how to implicitly target their audience as well, because there are subtle cues that you can leave in your content and your ads that only someone who actually does this will understand. Because if you would have seen, I talked about ICP. I did not explain what that means. And if you're watching this and you understand what ICP means, you probably could be someone who is someone qualified to work with me. And I also used a bunch of words that only someone who is actually doing what I am doing and someone who can actually learn from me or work with me would know, which is how you basically attract a qualified buyer, by leaving subtle cues and also just being upfront about who you want to target. And obviously, if you want systems like these, or you want me to build out a complete system like this for you so that you're no longer working with retards and people with no money are booking calls with your sales team or with you, you can just go ahead and book in a call with me, and we'll employ these sophisticated systems into your business. Or if you're an operator and you're struggling to scale, or you want to license out our systems, again, you can book in a call. So there's going to be the link in the description. And obviously none of this shit is free. I spent hundreds of hours and tens of thousands of dollars getting access to this information and also building out all these systems and SOPs. So obviously I'm not going to give it to you for free. If you want any of this, you can go ahead and book a call, and you can also subscribe if you want to watch more of my content.